Sometimes we are all from India, I guess, right? Everyone from India, right? So, in India, sometimes you find it's a struggle, not easy, even to get a milk or to, get a degree. Everything a struggle is there, isn't it? So nothing is easy also. Even to get a study, to get the job we wanted or the education we wanted, competition is there. So much competition is there, right? It's not a cakewalk. So many people, so many competition, and struggle is there. And nothing is handed over like that. It's not... even if you have to come here, so much struggle, isn't it? You have to come overseas, and if you have to get a PR. So any field, if you see studies, why there are certain people who get into the university they wanted and certain people not? Or why certain people get the job which they wanted and certain people not? Why certain people are here, why some are not there? Why? Criteria. Next. Karma. Okay. Effort. Huh?
It will depend on the karma.
Depend on the karma. Okay. Hard work and luck. What else?
Their destiny and wish. They wanted to come.
The destiny. I'm looking for one. Desire. Okay. I'm looking for one word. It's specific. Why there are certain people who get the job? Huh? Eligibility in that line. What is that?
Because of their previous karma and previous past life.
Past life karma. Sid, tell loud. Qualification. What is that?
Corruption.
No, here. We're coming back to Australia. Actually, to corrupt also you need qualification. Isn't it? They require some qualification. Isn't it? They have some criteria, eligibility or whatever, that qualification. So, what is the qualification to perform bhakti? Dedication. Okay. Devotion. What is your qualification to perform bhakti?
Completely surrender to yourself,
to me? No.
Not
to Krishna.
Krishna,
Yeah,
yes.
I understand.
Complete blind faith.
Complete blind faith. Okay. You whatever you say, you have to follow. Huh? HARIBOL. We are noting. Record na, Prabhu? Recording na? Okay, good. Now tell. Complete surrender.
Like we have to do our
now reduce. Now the thing is ready.
Because we all grastas,
so now it's okay.
We
Now
have to perform our
okay. Now not complete surrender.
Surrender.
Even if I had little bit questions, little surrender. Okay, Prabhu. Once a week, it's okay. No problem. Anyone else?
Actually, there is no there is no qualification for anyone and can come. Anyone and everyone can come to bhakti.
Anyone and everyone can come to bhakti. Okay, good. What else?
Mode of goodness.
Okay, mode of goodness. What do you mean by mode of goodness?
You have to purify yourself.
Yeah. You have to purify and surrender. Okay. What else?
Willingness to service the Lord.
Willingness to service the Lord. Okay. The person, okay, this is a very classic answer. Why are you not coming temple? Krishna within my heart. He will, I will come, but he is not calling me. We personally call, Prabhu, come to temple. No, Krishna is not calling. Krishna will come what? We only come, representative coming and calling. No. Time will come. He will call me. As chosen one. Okay. Yes, Mataji.
This time we have love for Krishna.
Need to love for Krishna. Okay. What else?
I think there is no qualification
There is no qualification. Okay. No qualification
required for bhakti.
required for bhakti. Okay. How many of you think there is no qualification? How many of you thinking there is qualification? How many of you need time? We'll have a tea break. Oh no, we can't have tea, sorry. So, we are looking at the qualification, isn't it? One time Dronacharya said, he did a test. He called Duryodhan and Yudhishthira Maharaj. He said, Duryodhan, you have to go out in the kingdom and find a person who is better than you. You know, who is better than you. And then, who is not better than you, actually. Yeah. Find a good person. He said, find a good person. There is better person, good person. To who? Duryodhan. Who asked? Dronacharya. Okay. He said, okay, I'll go. Then he called Yudhishthira Maharaj. And he said, Yudhishthira, you go out and find a bad person in the kingdom and bring him. So both of them came in the evening. They came and then Dronacharya asked, okay, Duryodhan, what happened? So Duryodhan said, I went everywhere. I can't find a good person better than me. I am the good person. So that is Duryodhan answer. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj came. Dronacharya asked, okay, have you found a bad person? Yudhishthira Maharaj said, I can't find a single bad person in the kingdom. Sometimes we think sometimes the qualification or whatever we see is actually a reflection of our heart. Whatever quality, whatever faults, whatever impurity, whatever we see, that's a reflection of our heart. It's there within us. So because Duryodhana had a lot of pride, envy, jealous and things, he can't find the good in someone. Because these characteristics will only focus all the bad. It's like showing moon to a person. Some can only focus on the black spot in the moon. You can't help. And some will relish the full moon. Right? So your perception, everything comes from your attitude and everything. So the same question was asked to Prabhupada. What is our qualification to do bhakti? So Prabhupada said, you don't have any qualification. And whatever you are doing, it's because I give that qualification to you. Usually, material work, how it works is, first they will check the qualification and then they give you the service. In the spiritual world, first they give the service and they'll make you qualify for that. It's like, if you ask someone to become a vegetarian, they'll say, no, the day will come, I will stop, then I'll become. I can write and give you, the day will not come. No one is going to tell you, okay, today is the day you change. No, one night dream, no, nothing, not. It will happen. No, it will not happen because you don't want to happen. First you adopt something, take in life, then the lower quality goes. So, as many was telling, bhakti is free. It's no qualification required for bhakti. Why?
Because we all are impure and we have to, a pure person can't become more pure. So it's something we have to start, like impurity to purity. It goes like that.
Okay, so
We have to start, like every person have that seed or the potential to become more pure and more sattvic.
So,
And go beyond that even.
okay, so we are so pure that we can take bhakti.
No, we need more purification. That's why we have to take bhakti.
So you will not take bhakti till you purify.
No, we have to take bhakti to become more pure.
So then you are pure. Then you are taking bhakti.
We are on the process.
We are on
Still,
the-
we are in the process, in the journey.
So my question is, how bhakti is pure?
Because it teaches you the devotion.
It teaches you the devotion. Okay, then.
You surrender yourself to the higher supreme personality, which you think.
So
And the impurities like ego, and all the time the ego, the jealousy, the pride, the anger, and your inclination towards the negative or the materialistic things, slowly, gradually, it goes away from you.
So, why bhakti is so good, I'll tell you. This is from Bhagavad Gita. Other process, if you take karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, they have two-step process. Like how we have two-step verification, So there are, for example, Ashtanga Yoga, they divide into two process. First stage, second stage. First stage is, they will ask you to follow rules and regulation. They will ask you to do certain austerity. They will ask you to do certain, meditation. Come to a level where you can take devotion. So first you clean, then take, right? So it's like if I have, suppose, this is there, okay. This remote is there, this cap is there. So other process will tell, drop the cap, take the remote. This is other process. They're saying, what? First you have to do is drop the cap and then take the remote. This is other process. So now you are holding something tightly in your heart. You're doing day after day. If I come along and tell, can you stop doing that? Can you give up that? So one of the classic syndrome of presenting spirituality is, they think spirituality is a retirement program. Right now I will do whatever I want to do. When I can't do anything, then I will take up spirituality. Or the second problem is, they think, if I take bhakti, I have to give up so many things. If I take spirituality, I have to give up so many things which is close to my heart. So instead of bhakti, how it works is, they'll say, take the remote. So you just take. Now, instead of asking you to drop the cap, they'll ask, just take the remote. That's it. So when you're taking the remote, automatically you have to drop the cap. So then the bhakti process is how work is. The chanting is the goal and the process. The chanting will purify your heart, right? And also establish in a higher consciousness. So there is no one you have to do to achieve something. What you are doing is that what you gets there. So that way it is not a two-step process, it's a direct process. And it is given free. So bhakti is pure. It's like the sun. Doesn't matter how much dirt or how much bad thing the sun is exposed, right? Sun is never contaminated. it purifies and sanitizes the place, right? Like our clothes, we put lines in the wet clothes. Just because the sun is absorbing the dirty or whatever, it doesn't mean it is contaminated. Sun is never contaminated. It is pure. Like that bhakti. So that is pure. So once I said bhakti is free, the first thing is we'll see how bhakti actually potent. First we have to understand this bhakti yoga or bhakti is not dependent on birth. As you know, Krishna is saying, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasa. I've divided this system, I made this system not by birth, right? By your quality and what kind of action or work you do. Not dependent on birth means anyone in this world can take a bhakti. It's not only for Indians. It's not only for, people who are Hindu. Right? It's not only for people who are born in a certain caste or a family. No. Anyone. Malacha, Yavana, like all these people who are from any part of the world. Anyone can take up bhakti. Now, this is something which we can say, yeah, it's fine, because no one asked me. When I take up chanting, when I take bhakti, they didn't ask which gotra, which birth, where you born, which family, which caste, no one asked. When we say we have a freedom here, we have freedom to do whatever you want, isn't it? But it is not always the case, maybe 50 years back or 75 years back in India. You cannot have, freedom is something someone fought for it, right? After certain years, we think it's normal. You can speak whatever you want. No, it was not the case. Someone has died for it. Someone has fought for it. Someone has spent their time, energy to get this. Similarly, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we're talking about Prabhupada, is Guru in the year 1920. So he was giving initiation, he was taking people from all over the world and giving bhakti, and they were chanting. And they all going to parikrama in Vrindavan with him, all his disciples and everyone. Every single temple closed the door. Every single temple in Vrindavan closed their door. Why? Because they are not taken birth in India. They are not taken birth in Goswami family. They are not taken birth in Brahmin family. Suppose, imagine you all coming to temple, right? And they close the door and they check your community certificate and caste certificate. Where you taken birth? How will you feel? Not only that, they close the door and all those people who are there inside the temple, they started throwing stone at them. They started throwing stone because they think these people are untouchable. These people are not qualified. So even they were so upset. Why? Because you are all chanting this mantra. You are not supposed to chant. You are not supposed to follow this bhakti. You are not supposed to do anything because you don't deserve it. So that was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He fought for it. He said, no, in the scripture it is not mentioned by birth. Anyone can take up bhakti. There is no hindrance. Birth is not a qualification for bhakti. Anyone, anywhere, whoever taken birth is fine. They are eligible. No problem. Is it clear? So I'll tell you one story. This is in Russia, 1980. So that time, Russia was in Soviet, very iron curtain. They don't allow any religious thing, right? Communist. So some or other, there's some devotee. So they were preaching, they were doing underground everything. So the government came to know. The government came to know and took the husband to the jail. Right? And they also said, we're going to put him forever. And interestingly, inside the jail, he made some devotee, 2-3 people, and then 6 people became devotee. So then the wife somehow or other pleaded that we have to give some prasadam like that, and then they gave prasadam to the whole jail and everything. Finally came to a situation where they want to remove the child from the mother because she is not feeding meat to the child in the name of religion or Hare Krishna. So they took away the child, and this lady went to the court, was so frustrated. She cursed the judge. You doing this to me? I'm cursing that your son will become a Hare Krishna. Bhakti is pure. Bhakti is potent. 6 months down the track, the judge's son became a Hare Krishna. And he is one of the leaders in Russia now. Even when this Russia whole episode started by Srila Prabhupada transiting only for 3 days in Russia. They didn't give visa. They didn't want Prabhupada to go out because they knew what will happen. So in 3 days, he asked his servant, can you go get someone? I want to speak about Krishna consciousness. And then they found one person. And then Prabhupada spent 1 day only. How many? 1 day. He told everything. And then he left. Now Russia is the second highest number of devotees in the world. Krishna conscious devotees. If you go to Mayapur, they have in English and they have in Russian. If you go to Vrindavan, they have in English and they have in Russian. So that is the potency. You can be born in somewhere. Who helped the whole movement in 1965? If you see, this started in a Bowery in the low east of New York City. All these people are hippies. They are the one who actually started the movement. What qualification they had? They don't have any qualification. What birth they have? Nothing. Any sukriti? No. Any following? No. All breaking all 4 regulative principles. Right? They were just, lying in the street. So these are the people who took up bhakti without any qualification. And then, next one. So, sometimes we think, I'm not good. I am not a saint. I'm a bad person. This and all not for me. Inside, it's not. We think, I'm not pure enough. Spirituality is something, We think that this is like, depends on one's inner purity. One has to be very pure to take up bhakti. I think I need to be really pure and you don't have to. Because, as you said, the example is given that you may be very much dirty, not externally, internally also. The cleanliness has 2 aspects. One is external and one is internal, right? External, yes, we took bath, everything fine. Internal, you need to clean, right? What is inside, that's what's going to come outside. Whatever you stress and anger, whatever comes, it comes out, So, bhakti, how it works is, suppose a person is so dirty, and then bhakti is like you're standing under the shower. Right now, yes, I'm not clean, but it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, you will be cleaned. That's how bhakti works. That's how Krishna also saying. That anyone who claims to be a devotee, who chanting and everything, he will not perish. He will not perish. And he is going to be glorious. And he is a saint. You have to give all the respect. Even if he looks abominable, you think he's done a mistake or something. Because he is in the right journey and he is in the right path. Right now, you may find, it's like the mango. You see the tree. If the mango, if the if the color of the mango is green color, right? But still, it has all the possibility that it will become yellow. You can't say this is not mango. No. Or you see any wood, you can't say there is no fire. No. Every wood has fire. Every wood has fire. It's just a matter of time. It's going to show that quality. That's what the bhakti is. Bhakti is not dependent on birth. Bhakti is not dependent on inner purity. There's no need, one has to be pure. No. Everyone can take part. Next. This is another one. Bhakti is not dependent on one renunciation or how much you know. When there was one South Indian Brahmana, he was illiterate. He was totally illiterate. So, he was reading Bhagavad Gita. Right? And he was reading Bhagavad Gita upside down because he don't even know. Upside down. And every time he opens the Bhagavad Gita, he will cry. He will not read, he will cry. And all other people, the smart Brahmanas, they were laughing at him. See this guy, he don't even read, only crying. So that side, Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went South Indian Yatra. So he stopped in that village. And then he asked this Brahmana, why are you reading Bhagavad Gita? He said, my Guru asked me to read. Right? My Guru asked me to read Bhagavad Gita, so I read. Then he said, why you are crying? He said, see, I want to read, I don't know. But every time I see the picture of Krishna, who is the Lord, who is the Supreme, he is a chariot driver. The moment I think that the Lord, who is the Supreme, who is the greatest of all, the cause of all causes, the Supreme, he is the Supreme Brahman. He is Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, Mata Sarvam Pravattate, everything comes from him. Mama Ivamsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, every living entity comes from him. Mata Parataram Nanyat, Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya, there is no truth superior to me. All these verses are there. What is he doing? He is a chariot driver. I just think about it, I just collapse. Then Mahaprabhu said, you got the essence. You got the essence. You have it. So knowledge usually brings pride. Knowledge usually brings pride. And renunciation makes your heart very hard. Right? When you follow bhakti, it is said, this renunciation and knowledge follows bhakti like two children. In bhakti, they never stress on renunciation. Because when you do bhakti, automatically renunciation comes in your heart. What is there to renounce? Do we own anything? No. If you own anything, you can renounce. Do we really own anything? No. Everything we, just like proud of a borrowed plume. We are just proud. But everything belongs to Krishna. When we know that everything belongs to Krishna, there is no question of renunciation. There is no question of proud. So bhakti is not dependent on how much you know, how much you are renounced. No, that doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I am so austere. I renounce everything. I will not eat. Bhakti won't come. You will proud only will come, and your heart will become hard. If you have hard, then it's very difficult to cultivate bhakti. Emotions won't come. Devotion won't come. Clear? Any questions? No? Okay, next is, this is another classic. Varnashram. Bhakti is not dependent on Varnashram. We may think, Prabhu is a sannyasi, he must be very advanced. Prabhu was saying, Grahastha. What Grahastha? Brahmachari, Adun. These are all external. Just because someone is a saffron, is supposed to be advanced. No. Yes, there is a possibility, but that is not the idealistic situation. Don't beat yourself, just I am a Grahastha, I can't do it. No. All the associates of Mahaprabhu are Grahastha, are pure devotees. So there is no absolutely requirement that you have to be in a certain ashram, certain varna, then you can advance in bhakti. No. Even how to perform bhakti, there is a book written, Nectar of Devotion, by Bhakti Rasamrita. It's called Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. In that he has said 64 anga is given. 64 items if you do that, you are doing bhakti. In that, he didn't even mention varnashram. He said, whoever you can be a brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, sudra. You can be a brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not like how they have a race. Someone in ahead of you, someone is bigger. No, everyone the same start. All are in the same start. It doesn't matter. Just because one is sannyasi, just because one is grahastha, we cannot say, oh, this person is advanced, this person is not advanced. No. Don't come to that conclusion. Because bhakti is not dependent on varnashram. Varnashram is a material system. Varnashram is a material system where they gradually take you to spiritual culture and renunciation. Right? They will gradually take you. It's a material system. It's not a spiritual system. So bhakti is not dependent on varnashram. Varnashram is there for your mental stability. We should understand. So you can play accordingly. Certain material requirement we have. We should identify. It's like the nature of job. If you have the job which you like, you can perform bhakti peacefully. Simple as that. Right? If you don't like the job, what you're doing, it is very difficult to focus on bhakti because your mind will be very agitated. So, bhakti is not dependent on what kind of occupation you do and what type of spiritual ashram you are in. Right? It's all depend on what you develop or what you surrender, how you develop, how you get bhakti. So then we'll see what is bhakti then actually. What is bhakti? The first thing they say is little bit attraction to Krishna, just little bit. Okay, let me. In the Bhagavad Gita introduction, what is the mystery of Bhagavad Gita? How do we understand is that we have to theoretically understand, okay, Krishna is God. This is your entry to Bhagavad Gita. Theoretical understanding. Okay, Krishna is God. That's all. Even Arjuna did the same. Arjuna surrendered in the second chapter. Right? He said, Karpanya dosham Pata Swabhava 2.7. He said, I am confused, I don't know what to do, I am bewildered, the soul surrendered unto me, you are my master, please accept me as your disciple. Surrender. Then finished now. Once surrender means, everything, Bhagavad Gita finished, then Krishna said, okay, do what you want. No, he surrendered theoretically. Then it took 18 chapter to finish and Krishna says, Sarvadharmam Parityajya. Then Arjuna said, okay, I am going to do what you wanted. Now tell me what I should do. So there is a theoretical understanding and then there is a realized understanding. A kid will know that he is my father. That is theory. After the child grown up to certain age, he will realize that he is my father. In the initial stage, he will think, okay, everyone is some name. This is my father. His name is dad. That's all. Why I have to call dad only him? That kid doesn't know. Then after a certain age, the kid will realize, oh, he is dad because he is married to my mother. Okay, this is the only dad. I have to call him only dad, not all. So this is a realization. It comes after some. So similarly, the attraction to Krishna has to be there little bit, some favorable. Because this attraction to Krishna will lead to service to Krishna. One may say, how do you get the attraction? When you serve Krishna. How do you get the service to Krishna? When you have attraction. So this is kind of a cyclic. But how did bhakti all of a sudden came? So if you see, the first point of bhakti, say one may say, I have attraction to Krishna, I want to serve Krishna. Okay, fine. It is not we developed. So bhakti is coming by causeless mercy. This is called Agyata Sukriti. Some or other, someone has bhakti given to us. Bhakti comes from bhakti. We never create bhakti. Someone has given that causeless mercy upon us. Someone has given prasadam or someone has done something. We have, without our knowledge, we have helped someone, a Vaishnava, a devotee. We appreciated someone who is a devotee. Not this life. Bhakti is eternal. You should understand. Bhakti is eternal. Any material work which we do, it has to be completed for success. It has to be completed. Suppose you studying, right? When they will say success is when you finish the study. When you finish the study. They will not say, okay, you're studying, okay, you're succeeded. No. Have you passed the exam? Have you got the certificate? Then okay, success. Suppose you're building a house. When it is a success? When you completed the house, you call for, housewarming, everything, they say success. Same, career, everything, whatever project you take, they will not pay you half the project. When the project is finished, they will pay you. Right? Work also same. Any material work will give you success only when you complete the work. There is no way that they will give you success or anything. But bhakti is not like that. Bhakti, if you perform 1%, it is going to be there. Next life you will start for 2%. It is eternal. It is there with you. That account is created. That account is created. It is not something going to be lost. Imagine, whatever struggle we have, right now we are in a position because we have achieved so many milestones, so many struggles we have gone through. And if we have to do all again, no one is going to give you got PR, okay, next life we will give you. Come with your ID card. No. No one is going to give you like that. Or you finished your studies, okay, next life you come, you start from where you left off. No. They are not going to, you start again. But bhakti is the only thing which is eternal, because if you do certain amount of bhakti, it is going to be there. It is never lost. It is never lost. It is always there. So that's why bhakti is continuous. It's not going to end. So whatever you do, so Arjuna was asking, what if, not able to succeed? Krishna is saying, no problem. No problem. For devotee saying, I will give what you lack. I will protect what you have and I will give you what you lack. So all were there assembled, and then Prabhupada said, okay, you have to do bhakti 100%. Full committed to Krishna, then you will go back to Godhead. All the devotees were silent. 100% to mark only, very difficult, 100 marks. So Prabhupada said, thought about it, then he got up the Vyasa and he stopped and said, okay, 90%. If you do 90%, you are going back home, back to God. All the devotees are silent. 90% is too much, yeah. Then he got down on the 2-step, stopped. He said, 80%. You do 80% of bhakti, it's enough. You're going back home, back to God. And devotees even were silent. They was like, So Prabhupada got down fully on the step, stopped, turned. That's it. Okay, 70% you do bhakti. 70% you do bhakti, remaining we'll take care. Prabhupada is saying, Acharya is saying, 30% discount. Good na? 30% sale. Like in the shop and all, if you have 30% sale means we are very happy. So we want more discount. So Prabhupada is saying you do just 70%, not even complete, full, 70%. Right? So whatever we achieve in this life, if we can able to achieve 70%, good enough. We'll go back home, back to God. What a super arrangement. Already 30% discount given. Only 70% is there. All we have to do is sincerely follow, sincerely do what we can do. Right? And Krishna even saying, no problem. If you can't able to do it, I will make sure you take birth in a devotee family. I will make sure you take birth in an aristocratic family. I'll make sure you take birth in a nice economic family where you can practice, continue and perfect. But why to risk? Why to risk? Why to take a chance? If we're not able to come next year or next life, if we go to heaven, we have to spend 10,000 years there. When we come back, more Kali Yuga, more problem. No. We don't have time for this. Going up and down in a Ferris wheel. We have opportunity. We have nice company. So one day one reporter was asking, Prabhupada, you are telling Krishna, you will go enjoy. You have Krishna is there. What if Krishna is not there? What if Krishna is not there? Then Prabhupada said, see, if Krishna is not there also, we had good time. We had nice gulab jamun, Mataji. And then
I was really waiting for that gulab on the door.
Prabhu, you got the request, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's not my department, Prabhu department. So, if you say, what we were discussing, gulab jamun, I forgot. I saw prasadam. Krishna is not there. Krishna is there, but Krishna. So Prabhupada said, we had good time. Chanted, dance, had nice prasad, sattvic life, whatever. Then Prabhupada said, what if Krishna is there? Where you will go? Hell. He is asking what Krishna is not there. If Krishna is not there, okay, fine, we had good time. Once a week we came, nice kirtan, nice did, family all good. Very sattvic lifestyle, had good prasad, okay. What if Krishna is there? Krishna says, for a devotee, I come personally. For a non-devotee, I come as death. Krishna says. These people, for materialistic people, they are so fearful. They cannot take the reality. They cannot. They want to avoid. They want to avoid old age. They want to avoid disease. They want to avoid death. Right? For a devotee, no problem. Krishna is there. He is there. He's going to take care of me. He told, do not fear. Do not fear. I am there. Krishna is saying. And he's saying, Arjuna, declare boldly that my devotee will never perish. He's saying, Arjuna, you tell. Because why? Krishna made so many promises. But he didn't follow anything. Krishna said, I will not lift a weapon. No, he left it. Krishna said, I will not fight in the war. No, he fought. Like so many. Why? Because he don't care about his image. Why? He want to protect his devotee. But never an instance where Krishna allowed devotee promise to break. He don't care about his promise. But if a devotee take a promise, a devotee desire, Krishna makes sure that he protects that. That's why he's telling Arjuna, you declare boldly to this whole world that my devotee will never perish. Because if you tell, then people will take serious because you are my devotee. So Krishna is giving this guarantee, assurance and protection and fearlessness. Everything is giving. Just we have to take this bhakti, that's all. Take bhakti, follow, do as much as sincerely, whatever we can do. Anyway, 30% Prabhupada is taking care. Remaining Krishna is taking care. Right? All we have to do is simple. Simple living, I think. That's all. So I'll stop here and see if anyone has any question of what we discussed today. No question?